What is good, chat? Better actually, Jubilee. Do all black men think the same? Let's get to it. I mean, chat, this is very specific, you know, out of all races, you know what I'm saying? They had to choose niggas. They had to choose niggas.
I'm comfortable showing affection to other black men.
What? What? What kind of question is that? What? Wait, what?
When you come from the hood, you can't tell another black man what's up, or you can't, that head nod is beef. So like giving a head nod to another black man can start beef, could start something that, you know, could go automatically left. It's imperative that we, the new generation, the young generation, we embrace one another, because we as black men, we identify with the trauma that
my fault, chat. I thought I'm thinking about it completely wrong.
We're our biggest enemies. So yeah, I strongly
that is
agree
food, chat. I really do agree from that. We are, like, especially black people, like, as sometimes, bro, we are our own enemies, bro. Like, when we see other people of our skin colors succeed, we want to bring them down. We want to say negative things about it. For example, Shador Sanders, like, bro is like, he don't bother nobody, nothing. Bro does his job. He's working hard and everything like that. And there's so many people trying to bring him down, bro. Like, it's so disgusting. And, but like, this is just how the world is today. Like, and even like, we got a lot of black on black violence, bro. Black people killing black people is just, I for sure agree with that.
Disagree. The prompt was, do we feel comfortable? Like, do us individually feel comfortable showing that affection to black men? I moved from strongly disagree to disagree, because I do feel comfortable with some black men showing affection, but there was an entirely different generation before me who was very hard on their black sons. My dad's generation was like, you got to be tough, you have to speak a certain way. So me coming to the picture,
for sure, that's all there is too. I understand them. I understand both sides.
Affectionate was completely shunned. My dad was like, your voice isn't deep enough, you're too skinny, you need to eat a burger. Growing up, that made me feel really uncomfortable with certain black men to show that type of affection. Whereas other people of different races, I was like, oh, I can be myself, because they don't care how deep my voice sounds, or they don't care how much I look like, because they literally don't care. When I think about my dad, I wish that I could think of this loving, warm memory, but I don't really have the fondest memories of him. I remember when I was playing basketball when I was 4, or baseball, my dad was like, oh my gosh. And I also look at the pictures when I was young, and I would see him like kind of hold me in those kind of warm moments. I would say the shift of our dynamics changed when I started to really step into who I feel like I was called to be in life, and it didn't align with his visions. He wanted me to go D1 in basketball and to be this aggressive force, and when he saw me step
yeah, that's another thing too, chat. I feel like a lot nowadays too, like, parents are trying to live their lives through their kids nowadays, like, especially with like all this, like, especially when we're talking about Division I basketball, whether it be sports and like this wherever being the money, wherever the money's at, bro, they want to live their lives through their children. Like, instead of like letting their children choose what they want to do and what they're passionate about, they want to live their lives through their children.
Into more of the artistic,
it's happening a lot nowadays.
Gay. I think that it kind of shifted his perspective, and at the end of the day, he's not a bad guy. Like, he is a wonderful human being. It doesn't change the fact that I love him regardless.
If we're talking just purely like personally, I've been privileged to not have that experience. My family is really close-knit. My dad's always shown me a lot of affection, and then that's encouraged me to show that same type of affection. My cousins, we have extended family, friends, etc. I feel very privileged in that regard. And I mean, I'm open to giving hugs. I like play with my dad's ears. I'm 38 years old, I still do that.
Whoa, now my brother, whoa.
Nice shot.
He's damn ass, chat. Bro was talking about playing with his dad's ears. Whoa.
Because I know what you're talking about, and I'm like that. Like, I'm very warm and huggy-feely. And my dad, when he gives people hugs, or I've seen a lot of other black men from the older generation, what they'll do is they'll be like, And I'm just like,
The fact, hey, facts, Jay.
wow, that like hurts.
So I am over here at Strongly Agree because when I was being raised, my father made sure that he showed me affection. I remember there was a time where he kissed me. Another family member said, "You kiss your sons?" And he goes, "Yes, I do." And I hug them and I love them. So that is how I show them love. But of course, me being a little insecure growing up, I did not show affection at all. And when I had 2 kids of my own, I tried really hard to be able to get through that, to be able to show them affection like as my dad showed me.
I wanted to speak to your point that you made. I think it's important to recognize that maybe a lot of us on this side also were raised under the same.
Never mind, I'm not gonna say anything. I'm not saying anything. Hey,
you don't say I love you.
I think we're all thinking the same thing.
Embrace one another. You're supposed to know that I love you, right? But I think times have changed, and I'm a black father now, right? My daughter's 7 months old. Like, thank y'all. And being a black father, it is our jobs, as you mentioned, to set the standard for what we want these future generations to. How do we want them to move, how we want them to react, and how we want them to engage with one another. I think times have changed where we can give one another a hug. We can, say, hey, I love you, because life is short and we don't know when our last moment will be with our brother, our cousin, our neighbor. So it's important to pour into
yeah,
it.
life is short, bro. Life can be over like the blink of that, bro.
On this side one day.
Question, do you feel like most people watching this video will agree that times have changed and that most black men do feel like they can open up, or do you not agree?
I don't agree that everybody feels that way. I feel like it's a slow progression with anything. I'll give an example with my fraternity brothers. When I originally joined my fraternity 10 years ago, it was very masculine. What's up, bro? Like, you know what it is. But now we may get off the phone and say, like, I love you, brother.
Oh,
have a great day. Keep pushing. And so I would
And the
say
fact that he's still talking to
100%.
people in his fraternity 10 years after, bro, especially I'm in college right now, that's amazement of itself.
Agreeing.
Even to add on to that though, like if I'm just thinking back to my dad's generation, who's like, he is significantly older, like there has been a significant progression from that I've very like demonstratively seen, like in terms of even his growth, like over my experience with him, and knowing like stories that he told me about growing up and like his childhood, and like he had to be hardened in that way, because like, I mean, literally growing up, he was chased by the KKK as a kid, and like he couldn't show that kind of like emotion, because that was weakness, and that was something that could like endanger his safety,
He's like,
and the
gotta
safety
be
of his family.
a little bit older than, because KKK, gosh damn.
Black men opening up more overall than like that, and so that's what makes me feel like progress might be slow, but there is progress,
I like that.
I just want to piggyback off what he said. It's up to us to break these generational curses and stuff. So I had a rough childhood. I really didn't have my father in my life. I don't know who he is. So like everything I learned, I had to learn on my own trial and error. Yeah, like it's kind of hard for me to open up too far because my trust kind of messed up. My mom was murdered when I was 3. And I never knew who my father was. So my grandma took custody of me first.
Hey, praise out to my boy right here, chat.
Took custody of me. Seen a lot of things I probably shouldn't have seen at such a young age, and going through stuff that grown men couldn't even deal with. It was a lot. I'm learning as I get older.
Even though his mother and his father was in his life, chat, his grandmother raised him right. Like,
oh yeah, I just want to add like my testimony. Growing up like with my dad, that's probably like the most I've ever interacted with like a black man. Honestly, just like most people I have in my life are like black women, and like as a child, I grew up as a girl, so I'm trans. If anyone didn't know that, hey. So he showed me.
Wait, what?
I grew up as a girl, so I'm trans. If anyone didn't know that, hey. So he showed me, thank you, brother. So he showed me like a lot of affection because I was like his little girl, right? So like he would tell me I love you, I'll get kisses tucked in bed, like just like princess treatment for real, for real. I transitioned at 18, so like I started presenting like this, right? I started sounding like this, I just looked like a man, and I did feel like a shift in how he treated me. Like I realized that like, okay, now we're really like masculinity to masculinity, like it just felt different. Like I didn't get as much I love yous. Transitioning at such like a not a young age, but during high school, I think that's like a really pivotal time in my life. And the biggest struggle I had to deal with was honestly like family. Feeling at home in my body is the easy part, like this is fun, but just navigating family life, especially being a black person and navigating life with African parents and all that, that was the hardest
Yeah,
part.
I have a question.
Oh,
So
I
you
know
mentioned-
he went through it. African, bro, what? Chat, I'm African too, bro, what? African parents? And he's talking about she transitioned to now him? What, bro, what? Bro, some African parents will disown you, bro. Like, they won't ever talk to you again. Like, literally forget about you. They will shun you. Like, that's how, like, bro, African parents and just, especially the African community, they don't, like, accept none of that stuff at all. So, like, bro, that's, like, wow.
And that shift happened when you were transitioning.
Yeah.
Do you feel as though the shift was your dad now treating you as you wanted to be seen and as you walk through the world?
Yeah.
Or do you feel like there was maybe resentment or some untalked about, feelings that went along there?
Maybe both. I think that, like, I mean, he came from Nigeria and he came to America, so I feel like he's adopted like the American mentality, all like the toxic masculinity, things like that. Like, just how he interacts with other men is maybe not as affectionate, so I can see where he gets that from. So now that he is like seeing me as a man, I get that too. So like, I'd say both, yeah.
Take control of your
Wow,
life
that's
by
amazing.
customizing your safety preferences.
That's amazing, Chad, because from other Africans I've talked to,
I allow
like, they don't, like, bro, literally just disown them, bro. Disown them and just never talk to them again. Like, that's amazing. Like, in of itself. That's good though.
To
Great
be
parents.
soft sometimes.
Yes, this world it's not a place for soft people. If you want to run a business in today's economy, in today's industry, there's no room for soft people.
There's a
Hey.
spectrum, right? There's like
Facts.
soft, and there's like also where you have to be hard. There are times where I have to be blunt, and then there's times where I'm talking to my team like, did you guys watch Family Matters and Blastoise and Pokemon? And then there's times where I have
Are you
to
doing that
be
on the
like,
clock?
Huh?
Are you doing that on the clock, or possibly there's a break?
I'm doing that on the clock, and it's served me very, very well. So like, I understand what you're saying, because I feel like a lot of times black men are taught like you have to be hard all the time.
Yeah,
But
like,
look where it's gotten us, like truly. And like, but whereas I see other black people who are in high positions and they treat people with kindness, whether it's business or not, and doors fly open for them. So there's a spectrum. It's not just being blunt all the time.
And I want to hop in right there to your point. At what point are you soft? So I think about, I'm soft when I get home, when I'm decompressed.
Yeah, of course.
Clothes off, my wife is there, my daughter's
course.
there. I'm not coming in like, you need to be
No,
doing
I'm
this.
coming
do
up
this.
smoking wood, kicking it, laid back. But when I
hey, I left my brother right here though. Hey, he's funny as fuck, bro. So I come back home, you know what I'm saying? I'm work, smoke that wood.
get into that door, nothing is going past me. So being soft, I'll pinpoint it to soft in business. I use my platform to do things for others that I wasn't even able to do for myself at the time. In that sense, I was being soft and I was being open, and I wanted the best for everyone and everything. It was so frustrating to me. I mean, it cost me my sanity. And so I realized, like, being soft and having a good heart don't take you nowhere but stepped on.
I just want to say, like, I agree with.
I agree
both
with
of
his
them, but
ways. Yeah,
speaking personally for myself, like,
I agree with him. I agree with MJ, because especially in the business world, bro, like, it's a cutthroat business. Like, even in like the work industry, bro, it's cutthroat industry, bro. Like, somebody's always looking to come and take your job, bro. Like, you can't be like all friendly, buddy, bro. People will turn on you. People will lie to you. Like, just like that. So I understand what he's saying about that. But like in life, bro, like, I understand, like,
I would agree. Like,
being,
I'm coming out of there where, I strongly disagree to be soft, and now I'm like learning how to be soft, how to open up, when to be hard, when not to be, you know what I'm saying? So really learning myself and who I am from within, like what I stand for and what I believe in.
They need, Julie, y'all should have changed y'all should have changed the thing, because this bro talking about, I need to know when I need to be soft and when I know I need to be hard. Like, bro, pause. Like, the question should have been like, I allow myself to be vulnerable sometimes, instead of being like soft and just crazy work, bro. Crazy work, soft and hard. No, pause.
I know for a fact, like, I'm supposed to be a statistic. Like, with my upbringing and everything I went through, I wasn't supposed to live past 25. I was the first
Hey,
one.
well, that's a blessing, bro. That's a blessing.
And then I went to college.
That's a blessing.
So
your grandparents raised you well.
Pushing the envelope.
God put the right people into your life, kept you out those streets and everything like that. So
I mean, maybe this is just my definition of being soft, going through life with like respecting, kindness, and just like generosity, happiness. I find that when I'm being soft, I'm much happier. The people around me are much happier. I have my third feature film that I've directed is about to come out, and I'm nice to the crew. I
okay. You make films, okay?
And
Yes,
doesn't
sir.
mean that you don't hustle. Doesn't mean that you don't like try to go for every opportunity. So yeah, I felt very strongly about this prompt that you can easily navigate life as a black man, being soft. I think that we need to actually normalize that way more.
No, that I can't let that. I mean, I respectfully, but it's a privilege to be soft. When you come from what we come from, like.
Oh yeah, he from New York. He gotta be from New York or he up East Coast for sure. No, this is not South. This not Cali or anything like this. This like at least DMV area or New York.
To have parents that can provide where you're lacking, yeah, I can be a little softer.
The definition of soft
is vulnerable.
Like what you think soft is may help better understand like the prompt itself. Like what is soft to you?
Being pushed, a pushover. Being soft, that means
That's not being, you're doing. I get what you're saying, buddy, but that's the complete opposite definition. They shouldn't have said soft, saying allowing yourself to be vulnerable, like opening up to people. You know what I'm saying? Especially it was safe in a relationship, right? Like you feel me? You would love to. That's what in a relationship. Your partner should allow, like being with your partner. You should be able to be vulnerable with your partner. You know what I'm saying? Especially your emotions, especially your feelings, stuff like that. But I feel like nowadays a lot in society, like you know what I'm saying? Women and stuff like that would be like, oh, I want my man to be vulnerable and stuff like that. But then when they are vulnerable and stuff, then they're like, oh, I don't like you feel me? It's complex and stuff like that. So, but yeah, you're taking around, bro. Not that type of soft, vulnerable.
You're telling young black men to be soft. You're pacifying
that wasn't the prompt though.
That's what I'm getting. Like, yeah, you can get through life. You can be smooth. No, you can't.
I hear what you're saying. I don't think that you have to compromise your masculinity in order to be soft. And softness is not for everyone. It's for my family, for my wife, not every single person.
I'm sorry if I said it wrong or if it came out wrong. I believe you are beyond talented and you've done exactly what you need to do to get in the space and the field that you're in. But I think what I was speaking to is you are blessed enough to have a successful father that's there. Without that father there, the young black kid has to be strong.
I have a friend who came up from like way lower than I did. Like, I mean, he was struggling. He didn't have a father figure, nothing. He's way more successful than I am right now. He has a family. He lives in a $1.7 million house. Like, he worked his way up there, and he is one of the softest people. He treats everyone with respect, kindness. He got there, like, he's still like a very like masculine, like driven person. And maybe our differences are in what softness is, like our definitions of softness. But I feel like he is the definition of a soft black man. And he has reached these heights, and he is demonstrating that now for his two young children. And that's the kind of person I want to be, and I feel like that is possible to do. I've seen it.
I have a strong male role model.
Disagree or agree?
To look up at the nighttime sky is to become a part of a long line of people throughout.
I'll start out. Yeah, I definitely do. My dad is an incredible role model. That's like one of the great privileges of my life. I was adopted into a upper middle class family. My dad is one of the like top urologists in the country.
Oh wow.
And he's like focused on
What's urology? Hold on, what's urology, chat? I don't know what that is.
Focused on prostate cancer, specifically in black men. An incredible role model. I aspire to be as great as him one day. So,
my dad, I feel like for me, he's so like inspirational that I also kind of feel like I'm not letting him down, but just like I got big shoes to fill because like he just got his PhD last week and we flew out to Georgia for that. Like he's taking care of me in all aspects, so like I can't ask for more, to be honest. So I got my dad.
I ain't gonna lie, this you know what I'm saying? This kind of made me cry. Like this even like you feel me? This is beautiful right here. You know what I'm saying? But like, especially like just being African, bro, like that he's still like, she, you know, transition now it's a him, you know what I'm saying? And like he still has great like relationships with his parents, especially the African and stuff like that, and like they're still like good. Like this is like, I'm telling you, like
I'm actually really happy.
Starting to change, you know what I'm saying? It's good. This is good.
I resonate with so much what you said. I was a child prodigy in basketball. I got a college tennis scholarship and hit up against Taylor Townsend, Donald Young. I have played classical music, I'm learning Italian, and I work for a great company. But the goalpost was always moved. That relationship with my dad and hearing those things, or going to basketball tournaments and winning and being like, well, you didn't score enough for the team. Dad, we won. Like, I scored the most points. I got the most rebounds. The goalpost was always moved. And he was a D1 football player, and he did really well in life. But being the son of an athlete who also gives you the same name, the bar is a bit higher sometimes.
I would say I agree, because much like you guys, my parents just worked hard, and I turned 26 this year, and this is the first year my father told me, I love you. I come from Ethiopia, right? Specifically.
Okay, I got another African brother right here.
And
okay.
the Badia, the people of the Badia, they're so indoctrinated into their beliefs. Masculinity is something that's a part of their DNA. They don't put sugar in their coffee because it's too feminine. Anything sweet is feminine. So they drink coffee bare. So just imagine being able to vocalize I love you to your son. That's never been a thing. My father has loved me his whole life. He's worked 17 hours.
I understand what you're saying, you know what I'm saying? That's just part of the culture. You know, a lot of African cultures are very different and stuff like that, but like just talking about like the love you and like the like that's kind of, you know, I mean that's the culture, so I'm not gonna speak on another culture, but me personally, I'm just like, especially how they're talking about how, you know, life is too short and shit like that, bro. Telling your loved ones and stuff like that you love them, bro, it can never hurt, bro, because like you literally will regret it, bro. Like you, like I'm telling you, chat, like God forbid, you know, something happens, bro, to like one of your loved ones, and then like you never told them I loved you, bro. You never told them I love you or anything like that. So like loved like you, bro, that will sit with you.
So I'm pretty sure he loves me.
Yeah, he showed you.
You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I would say I agree in that sense, but where I say I don't necessarily have a role model is in the sense of dealing with my emotions. Like nobody, like I'm 26 years old, and nobody ever taught me how to like deal with my emotions. So even to this day, I struggle with it. We're all just carrying it around, just walking around with it. It's crazy to me.
I want to piggyback off something he said. I just want to say this, and to everybody else who have a father, like at least he was there. Mm-hmm. Like I never had one since I was born. So like all of these things I had to learn on my own, from like the women in my family dealing with different men. You learn what you can while they're around, and then they gone, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so, Chad, hey, just be thankful, bro. Every single day I wake up, Chad, I'm just thankful to God.
Imagine
like it's a
being
blessing.
able to build anything.
It's a blessing.
Just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44.
Like blessing to be able to have your parents, both parents in life, be able to just wake up and have a chance. The other day, some people like, Chad, every day you wake up, Chad, just be thankful. Like just like, man, like I woke up today. Like some people did not end up waking up today. You know what I'm saying? Did not have a chance to see another day, have food to eat, clothing, shelter, everything like that, bro. It's the little things.
That your father wasn't there, but sometimes I feel when people do bring up like the at least your father was there, it kind of diminishes the experience of the person who did go through it. And one is not higher than the other.
I get what you said. I didn't mean it that way, but I get what you're saying.
They're just two different walks.
I moved from strongly agree to somewhat agree, because the question was, you know, you have a strong male role model. I feel like I didn't have an individual who was the role model, but I had to seek out who I had to look up to for whatever it is I was trying to accomplish. But when I was standing on strongly agree, although I do have a lot of positive male role models that I've found throughout high school, all the way up into college and thereafter, my dad wasn't in my life because he was incarcerated. So he's always in and out of jail. And I had to kind of navigate manhood on my own. And my mom did what she did, but I think that it's important to realize that you need the dad in the household to teach a boy how to become a man. So
facts, because if you don't, we see now right now in the generation, Chad, we got a bunch of YNs running around, bro. With guns and
what
stuff
you were
like
saying,
that, killing
even though my
people,
dad
doing
gave me a
devious
lot of tools
stuff.
and he worked really hard and he instilled that within me. I feel like my 20s and up, it was like, you better figure it out. And like when you're in a state by yourself, nobody is coming for you. Like when you go to bed at night, nobody's coming for you. There's no one to call.
Feeling alone and not having someone to call is something I feel like a lot of younger black males experience. And my nephew, I am a role model for him, and I realized not having a father in my life, I now have to step up to the plate to be the role model for my family, for my wife, for my own child now, and that's setting the tone. So in college, I got up to like 360 pounds. And I've lost over 177 pounds naturally. Yeah. So it's like I teach my family, my friends, my network how to be healthy mentally, physically, emotionally. So somebody who maybe knew me 10 years ago may not recognize me now, but I now have to step up to be the men that you all are giving your credit to in the future.
I've had to code switch both professionally and personally.
Code switch?
I've had to code switch.
We're going to research it. We're going to search this up, chat. I'm trying to think what the heck that. Patches alternate between 2 or more languages or language varieties in conversation. Oh, okay, okay.
Professionally and personally. When I say personally, I think about situations maybe where I've interacted with police or authorities,
okay.
And I want to present as an upstanding citizen of society, as I'm sure we all have had.
I understand you, my brother. I understand you. Hey, you feel me, Chad? I know y'all seen that one meme where TikTok, you know what I'm saying, where you got the brothers drink, you got the, black people drinking the Starbucks, like, hey, officer, you know what I'm saying? Hey, officer, just drink Starbucks. Like, bro, you know what I'm saying? I understand.
And then professionally, I think it's important to identify and recognize yourself as submitting the best work possible and being the best version of yourself possible. So when I do step in a professional space or I am at work, I'm very mindful of how I present. And a lot of times when we have to navigate institutionalized oppression, how we dress. If I'm a white male, I come into a job interview in blue jeans and a white t-shirt, I still may be considered for the job. But if I did that, I am a thug.
Yeah.
And all my parents, my education.
Especially both me and him both got dreads. We got dreads. Oh, thug, gangster, tattoos. Oh, he's a gangster. He's a thug, bro. What?
It's stripped away. So I know I have to dress up better. I know I have to present, and I have to make sure that I'm articulating my words so I can navigate through society and life.
Can I back you up
for
a sec? So I'm over here because I suck at code switching so bad, and I'm just like, I'm not even gonna do it. So that's why I'm in the somewhat disagree category, because I tried it, I'm really bad at it, and it just doesn't work for me. And I figured I'd just rather be my authentic self going into the rooms. If they like me, they like me. If they don't, I can't change that. But I agree with what you said, because I work in corporate America and I have not seen too many black men in my space. And there was a particular instance where I was in the office, I would go in a lot, and I'm usually pretty close with like the directors of the company. And a black guy was coming into the office. He's from Africa, I can't remember where. And he had his hair up in like, kind of like a different hairstyle, whereas mine is short. And so one day I came to the office and I saw that he shaved his hair. And I went up to him and said, why did you change your hairstyle? I liked what you had. And he goes, I saw how you would come in and how you would dress and what you would wear and how you were best friends with the directors of the company and how they interacted with you. And he said, I shaved my hair because I want to be in the spaces that you're in.
This is so bad. Like that's terrible. Like, bro, he literally like changed himself. He changing himself personally, his body, his features, just so he can be up there. Like this is terrible, bro. Like it's terrible. Like especially just being African American chat, like male, bro. We literally have to do that with jobs, bro. We can't be we can't be doing the same thing as everybody else, bro. We got to work 10 times harder to even get the job and shit like that. And like, bro, we got to act, bro. It's completely different, chat. And this is just terrible. Like that, like This how it is, bro. This is just how society is, bro. A lot of African males, you know what I'm saying, we literally have to change ourselves and our appearance so we look more like, it's just, that's crazy to me, bro. That's crazy. That's disgusting.
Like, I'm working at these big
that's one of my values, chat. One of my values in life is like, I'm not gonna change for nobody, bro. I'm gonna be my true authentic self no matter what, bro. I ain't changing for nobody. I don't care what other people think and stuff like that. But like, this is just sad, like hearing that, like, man, bro really cut his hair off and shaved his hair because he knew if he kept that hairstyle the way he presented himself, he wasn't gonna be fitting in. Like, bro, this, man, that's crazy.
Literally either on my team, and I've been in the business for over 10 plus years.
And I want to speak to that point as well, because that's just a prime example of how we exemplify and we're setting the tone and standard for everybody in the company.
Yes.
Or everybody that comes in in the future, or who's already here.
Speaking to that, I will say, like,
You're about to lose $40,000 for your car accident because you don't know this one trick. Check this out.
That's crazy.
My parents made a very clear point to like raise me like right away. Like, this is how you have to carry yourself in society. I do think it was coming from a place of like wanting me to learn, like, you're not going to be perceived the same way as people that are lighter than you. Like, I went to a predominantly white institute, like from preschool through literally like high school, and they like I had to, you know, use that like throughout my entire life. You know, it's just a lot of times people would, you know, they'd say it in like a joking way, but like they'd be like, oh, you talk, you know, you don't sound black, or you know, I don't think of you as like a black person, as though that's a bad thing. But then I'd have, like, on the other side of things, I'd have black friends that came into the school or that I knew outside of the school. Like, sometimes they call me an Oreo because they thought that I was too white. And so it's just like all these like weird,
it's disgusting, chat. Bro, this gotta change, chat.
This place where I fit in, it felt like growing up. But I think that as a result of that, I kind of became a little bit of a chameleon, and code switching became very like intrinsic and just very natural for me to be able to switch, you know, how I'm speaking to, you know, given whatever group I'm in.
Yeah, I moved because we've just labeled it it's not code switching. It's called being professional. And I was cussing since I was a kid. And if you go to any inner city across America right now, guess what them kids are doing? Cussing. Guess what they're gonna grow up doing? Cussing. Then they're gonna be professional.
Hey, brother, that means like
conduct themselves in society.
God.
And that's tough, because when you've grown up cussing, using your own words and slang and all of this, you call it code switching, but it's just being professional. Because I could kick it with the homies and we kicking, and then I get a phone call because I run a hip hop platform and I'm looking for sponsors and whatnot. Then I got, hey, how's it going? Yeah, amazing, totally. So we're looking at approximately this and that. And then when that phone call, yeah, we finna go over here, we're gonna grab some shots, we're finna grab lunch.
Facts.
But that's just professionalism. There's no such thing as code switching. The Asians don't call it code switching. The Mexicans don't call it code. It's not code switching. It's called being professional.
You adapt into your environment. That's what I was gonna piggyback off you and say. It's just the ability to adapt, and it's not easy. It's a learned skill. You know what I'm saying? And it takes time, and just like you say, we come from the trenches, and then you know you gotta go
facts.
Professional setting. You gotta be able to switch.
Like, chat, imagine.
Yeah, you gotta.
Hey, chat, imagine. Hey, nah, there's no way that shit will ever happen. But imagine, you know what I'm saying? You have let's pick a place, for example. Let's pick like a restaurant. Let's pick like Cheesecake Factory, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And you got some black people working there, and you got other white, you feel me? You got whites, Mexicans, you know, we got other different races, you know what I'm saying? Imagine, a black, like me, for me being black and shit, I go up to, I see some people, I'm like, oh, what's good, my nigga? You know what I'm saying? What's good, my nigga? Oh, everything's good, you good, my boy, you good. Like, bro, no, what, bro?
You know, as you go, it's a learned skill.
I completely understand what you're talking about.
As voices in our community need to tell the younger generation, we shouldn't have to code switch.
Right.
You shouldn't need to be saying, shouldn't need to be having to come up out of that. This should be natural. Like this brother was saying, you just sound like you.
Hey, I'm sorry, bro. That's not ever gonna happen. I understand what you're saying, bro. Saying like, but like, it's not gonna happen, bro. Like, it's not happening, bro. Like, they're not gonna be no job places, no workforce, bro. Especially the military. What? bro, imagine you just go up, you talk to a commander is black or something, like, you be like, what's good, my nigga? Bro, none of that shit's happening, bro. It's like, it's not happening, bro. It's not. I don't think it ever will happen, bro.
You don't sound like a so you don't have to change because your parents taught you how to enunciate your words, how to properly use vocabulary, subject, predicate, all that stuff. So you don't have to, hey, my nigga, and speak in broken English. So you were raised properly. That's dope.
I appreciate that. I hate that we're even kind of talking about this in a way, because what happened to like Black excellence and just, you know, articulating our words and speak, because when people look at us and the person who speaks articulately in the room, they're like, oh my gosh, you sound white. But this should be the standard for excellence regardless.
So I switched from strongly agree to somewhat agree because I suck at code switching. Like, I'm really not good at it. Like, and then of course when I go into a black space, they're like, oh, you sound white.
Yeah, bro,
so
like,
I went to college,
it's crazy, bro. It's not. He's dead. He's right, bro.
And I was like really super duper excited. You know, actually in that college, they give you your roommate's information before you actually meet. So I called him on the phone and I was like, hey, I'm your new roommate, Justin. I'm super excited to like meet you and be roomies and it'll be great. When I got to college, I got there first and then he came into the door and he stopped and he said, oh, I'm like, yeah, I'm Justin. Oh, what?
Oh, no.
He was like, I thought you were white. And that ended that friendship because after that, I found out that like he wasn't quite the person that you know, he said he was. And I also identified as LGBTQ openly. And he let people into my room to gay bash me. So here we are. It was...
Bro, Chad, this is disgusting, bro. Like that's like deviant, bro, what? That's so disgusting, bro. Like, you let people into the dorms you brought other people into the dorms because you didn't agree with something that your roommate was involved in or believed in or was a part of. So you go and bring other people just to come and bet, like, Chad, that's so disgusting, bro. That's disgusting, bro. That's evil and just disgusting, bro. Like, that's crazy. Like, people really bro, like, people really take time today to bash other people, make fun of them, bro, and just like, that's, man, bro. That's crazy. Like,
disempowering.
That's crazy.
It was
like,
very scary. I've never been in that position before. Like, it was so intense.
And you can't even, like, what you gonna, like, bro, like, what you gonna go report it to, bro? Like, oh, my roommates bring other people in there to bash me and stuff like that, and being there, and you have people talking about you, like, bro, like, you can't, like, that's, nah, oh, no. But if I was one of his roommates, like, if it was, like apartment, some type of dorm where, like, there's 3, you feel me, everybody has their own room, stuff like that, and I see that another nigga's bringing other niggas to come and talk, like, when he niggas is minding his business and being to himself and like not hurting anybody, oh, we gonna have a problem, bro. Like, that's crazy. Like, oh, nah, bro, that's crazy.
The thing is, of course, who I was kind of living with wasn't really pro LGBTQ at the time, so I didn't feel like I could be comfortable with telling any of my relatives about what exactly happened to me in college.
Yeah, because I was because he was like, bro, people want to bat. Yeah,
habits came from that traumatic experience, and you know, I've dealt with them through therapy, thank goodness, and you know, I excelled. So yeah.
Nah, that's crazy. That's OD.
About the police.
Oh, yup. Oh my God. Hey.
About the police.
Hey, facts. Hey, facts, bro.
Yeah.
Someone in my life had the talk with me about the police.
My gosh. Like, bro, you right, bro. Hey, Shad, I'm telling y'all, like, I don't remember the time, but when the what was it, Mike Brown or something like that, bro? I forgot that one person, it was a black male, I think he was a teenager or something like that, and he was I think he was stole something from a gas station or whatever. Yeah, he stole a gas from somewhere, and I know he was getting chased by the cops, and the cops shot him in the head or something like that instead of like shoot him in the foot or whatever. And I remember my dad literally came to me, bro. Like we had a conversation, me and my parents, like, hey, when the police, like when it comes to police, hey, roll all your windows down, hazards, put your hands on the steering wheel. Don't do nothing until they tell you to. Don't do nothing. Don't touch nothing. Leave your hands on the steering wheel, just like this. With all the windows down, everything like that. Yes, sir. No, sir. Like, bro, like it's sad that we as, African Americans, like even when I have kids, I went out to tell them the exact same thing, bro. Like it's sad that African Americans have to go through this, bro, but that's just how like reality is now, bro. Like we get treated, we're gonna be treated differently because that's just how it is.
Oh my gosh.
Nah, let me start that off, please.
Oh my gosh.
So this conversation is it's so important, right? Because naturally, if you're a fan of hip hop, it's the police, the pigs. Now you're 16 years old, you have a permit. Your favorite rapper been saying the police, so now you get pulled over and you're dealing with the police officer for the first time. And this police officer has dealt with trauma. There's an officer who passed away last week at a traffic stop.
Yup, so they take it personally. Yup.
And now you're saying,
facts.
Police, you don't know how to deal with them. I'm not answering no questions. Can you get out the car? No, I'm not getting out of the car. You gotta I've seen so many of these videos, and the reason why I was so quick to jump on this, because so many of our black mothers are in pain right now, will never recover because their children are dead because they didn't know how to handle themselves with police officers.
Facts.
And so it is important that we, as the older generation, we tell these young black men, regardless of how you feel about law enforcement, shut the f up and do as they tell you. So we, as the adults, we can do what we need to do with litigation. We could do that. But if you die, we can't replace you. We can't go to the law. There's no lawsuit's gonna pay for that.
Yep.
So yes, we have to teach the younger generation. Please conduct yourself properly with these police officers. Make it home to your mother who works hard for you to provide for you.
So I would just want to add on to what you said, and I agree wholeheartedly. And my father, who grew up civil rights movement, Alabama, he had to sit down with me and my brother and had a real serious talk about, okay.
And his dad was being chased by the KK. What? Bro, he probably had this conversation with him when he was a baby. When he was coming out the womb. Out the womb, rock him like this. Hey, when you get stopped by the police, hands on the steering wheel, roll down all your windows. Don't do anything until they tell you to. Yes, sir, no, sir. Like, bro, what?
Okay, so if you get pulled over by the police, yes, sir, no, sir.
Yup.
Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Yup.
Take your ID and your insurance out already.
Yup.
And have it ready.
That's why, chat. Same thing. I forgot about that one. Yup. While you're getting pulled over, when you see them blue and red lights flashing, and you're still pulling over, I'm having one hand on the steering wheel. I'm pushing the hazards. I'm opening the glove box compartment. My insurance is already out, and I'm closing the glove compartment because I don't want him thinking I'm about to closed. Insurance is going to be on the dashboard. It's going to be on the dashboard for him, and my license will be on the dashboard too. Hey, and then my hand's going to be on the steering wheel like this. Sir, can I please see your license registration? Officer's right here. Can I please give me my license registration? Here you go. Boom. There you go. Simple, bro.
I'm not stare them in the eye, but actually just make sure that they know that you're paying attention.
Yup. Yes,
right?
bro.
And make it as easy as possible for them so you can just keep it moving.
Yup. I'm just trying to. I don't care at that point. I don't care about the ticket. I don't care. I mean, yeah, I'm in my. You feel me? In my mind, yeah, I do care about the ticket, but my man go out when I'm trying to make it home to my family. I'm trying to make it home. I don't care about anything else at that point.
And one time he decides to go into a supermarket and take his backpack with him. I got a call. We have your son. He's been detained. Please come down and get him. When I got him, I had to say to you, listen, when you go into a store, you are not to carry a backpack with you. And he was like, why not? I said, because you're a black man. They are already looking at you when you walk in the store.
Yep.
Why would you have that backpack with you anyway? And of course I was questioning him and he's like, nothing. I'm like, okay, we're gonna talk about this when we get home.
No, I think you made a great point. It's important for us to try to identify all these pre-conditioned steps before you even get in the car. Growing up in Watts, You, of course, know about police, you know what to say, what to do, where to go. But at the same time, when I started driving as a teenager, I didn't have the opportunity to have this in-depth talk with my mom. My dad's not in the home. So I didn't have a conversation about what it meant to be a black teenager driving in the San Fernando Valley. I kept getting pulled over. Did I ever get a ticket? No. But it would be a series of like questions, and I'll be interrogated. And where are you going? What school do you go to? Oh, okay. And then they would fill me out and I would be let go. But that kept happening to me, and I didn't want to tell my mom because I thought I was doing something wrong. So I talked to my Hispanic friends in my class, my Latinx community, and I would ask them, like, are you getting pulled over? And they're like, no, I've never been pulled over. And I'm like, so it's just me? And then it's like these light bulbs that are clicking, and it's very scary to be alone by yourself, heart racing, handing over your ID and insurance, and it shouldn't be that. But I will teach my children, male, female, exactly how to navigate that process, because it's more than just a quick tip. It's a life-saving skill, as you talked about.
So I'm on disagree, basically because I never got that, I guess, specific explicit talk from my parents, because again, like I said, I was brought up as a girl, so I think that kind of just mitigated that conversation. I don't know, I just never got it. Now, I mean, it's kind of funny, like a week ago, my mom, she told me like, be careful, I was gonna go out. And I was like, what you mean? And she was like, you look like an African, like ISIS out there. I was like, what? So I mean, that's not the police, but like still like government law enforcement, because like she was saying like, you're a black man, you look like an African man now, so just be careful. So that's like the most I've ever got. But yeah, as a kid, no, I haven't got like an explicit direct, you need to watch out for them, nothing like that.
Yeah, the only reason I'm on somewhat disagree is because like I got the talk in like very piecemeal, kind of. It was like, it would be through just like circumstances. So for example, like I was in the car when my dad got pulled over once and then afterwards he was like, do you see how I did that situation? And then he's like, well, that's what you have, like that's how you should do it. Like I feel like he did it in a way where he just didn't want me to grow up being like afraid of the police necessarily. He expressed to me once I was an adult a lot more things that he went through as a child that were like really traumatic in that regard. I learned things over time, and that's I think why I'm just on the somewhat disagree. But we all have to learn that because it's just it's reality for us.
Yeah,
facts.
It's a survival tool.
I want to be like an example. I want to show people that they can make it. It's a mental thing. The way you sharpen your mind is how you achieve these impossible feats.
Once I gave myself the grace to learn and to understand that it's okay to fail, I can keep trying and try again. So now I just set the standard and the tone for everybody around me.
It really gives me joy, like to be building the life that like I really wanted, and to be doing the things that I put on my vision board years ago. If no one's cheering for me, I know that like I'm cheering for myself.
As black men, we are brothers. Let's hug it out.
Yeah. Hey, it's up to us. It's up to us.
Hey, facts. Yes, sir. I love this right here, Chad. I love this right here.
It's up to us.
Yeah, Chad, I love this right here. Chad, this was a beautiful video. This was a damn, bro. Can I like chill? YouTube, chill, so I can do my outro. But Chad, this was a beautiful video right here. A lot of this stuff for sure needs to be talked about way more. In a way, like we need to have these conversations way more, you know what I'm saying, especially in the African American community, you know. I think the one thing that really kind of touched me the most was like kind of made me, you know, the mad was the buddy right here, how his friends, like his roommates really did that. And then also talking about how this being African American, bro, when it comes to the work environment and workforce, we have to change ourselves. We can't be you know how we are with our friends and around our people, you know what I'm saying? We can't be the same way around them as we are in the workforce and stuff like that, because it's not, you know what I'm saying? It's not saying we can't be like that. But no, this is a great video, you know what I'm saying? And I'm glad, you know, these black brothers came together, you know what I'm saying, was able to get taught through this conversation, because these type of conversations and stuff like that, and topics we need to talk about more, especially. So hey, great video, Julie, great video.